So hi, I'm Hannah. I'm a makeup artist and presenter, and we're here today at Batiste Lounge in Fulham for Danish Wakeel's fashion shoot. We've got Fiorella in charge of Rendez-Vous De La Mode magazine, which we're shooting for today, and Cass Lewis.
It doesn't matter which side of the camera I stand, I look shit. But where's your good angle, darling?
This is my good angle.
Oh, yeah, she looks fabulous, doesn't she? Especially next to me. So yes, what was I going to say about myself? Yes. Well, yeah, I am the fabulous bass player extraordinaire, the musical genius, and extremely modest.
Very modest.
Yeah,
Who's contoured your cheeks, by the way?
oh, some fabulous. Oh, she's gorgeous. You wait till you see this makeup artist. Yikes! All right, come on, you can put the camera down.
Okay, so here I am with Cass Lewis. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much.
Good. So how are you feeling today about the shoot with Dana?
Well, I'm not really feeling anything yet. I'm kind of numb because I'm not in fashion. I'm in music, so
it's
it's all a bit kind of hey. Look, pretty things with sequins on it.
You had your makeup done. You've got your hair.
Gorgeous makeup artist. I don't know where she.
Okay, cool. So how do you know Danish?
I don't know him. I know Fiorella, who's gave me a call and asked me if I'd come down and do this.
So you've been dragged into it.
I have. I'm kicking and screaming here.
And you turned up on your motorcycle this morning, cruising down?
Well, yeah, it's the only way to get through London traffic. Do you drive?
I do, but not in London.
Hello, here we are at the Danish's photo shoot, and I am here. My job is to interview people. So first of all, I'm going to go through the background and see who's that. Hello. Hiya. This is the lovely Hannah Farrell.
For real.
For real. Yeah. And you're the makeup artist, I presume.
I am, and I've done your makeup that you can't even see because you're just so beautiful anyway.
Oh, well, you see, she's all charm. And then over here, there's behind the camera, I know no one can see him, but he's stunningly good looking. He's got long golden hair. Yeah, and a six-pack to die for. Okay, so now who's next? She's not with our party, is she?
No, but she could be.
sorry to interrupt.
Prego.
And this is Fiorella. And your name is, madam?
Marilisa.
Marilisa.
Yeah.
Do you speak English, Marilisa?
No, I'm sorry.
Well, I can speak Italian.
Yeah. I can do the
In culo alla balena speriamo che non caghi. You see, I'm a romantic man, you know. And this is
He's taking over the show. Right?
This is Fiorella.
Yeah.
Fiorella, say hello to the people.
Hello, I'm Fiorella. I work for a magazine called Rendez-Vous De La Mode, haute couture and bridal, and we're here for a photo shoot to publish on my magazine for the next issue. We have Cass Lewis as our guest star and testimonial for Danish Wakeel, and we have a few more models. This nice girl here from Italy is one of our starlets in the shoot. And some more models are doing the makeup at the moment. They will be with you in a minute. And what else to say? We have this nice, beautiful emerging artist with a lot of crazy new ideas, a little bit exotic, a little bit outrage, a little bit grand, a little bit glam, a bit classic as well, you know, a bit of everything really. So we are very fond of him, and we hope his collection will take over and hit the main street and the main market.
Okay, so here we are in hair and makeup. Do you want to tell us about the style that you've created with the hair?
Okay, so what we've gone for is a 1900, 1800 kind of style. It's more an avant-garde look. Just giving her a bit of a concave, high updo with lots of hairspray. And I've given her some finger waves, some waves at the front as well. So I've just pinned it up. We're still working on it, just waiting for it to set. And it's more of a, what Danish was looking for was something from the Titanic era, but more avant-garde with all the finger waving, because they really wasn't doing that much then with that kind of style. But yeah, that is the look that we're going for.
So it's very like housewifey, glamorous.
Yeah. So really high fashion, something you would see on the catwalk, basically. Yeah.
Very D&G.
Yes, very.
Okay, so the makeup look, we've gone for a bit of a smoky eye. We're keeping it for quite a glamorous look, very high fashion, glamorous look. And we've gone for a bit of shimmer around the eyes, gone for a grey and kind of black smoky eye with eyeliner, bit of mascara, keeping the eyebrows bold, and just kind of accentuate the cheeks, and a very nude lip. So Ariana, you're in London at the moment for, you've just been for London Fashion Week.
Yeah, I came 3 weeks ago to see the London Fashion Week.
And you actually went to Danish's show last week with the Egyptian theme, and how did you find that?
Fantastic. I went in a small hotel, and was the first time that I saw an Egyptian show. and I liked very much.
And the clothes were very amazing, like
A little bit strange, but normal for the Egyptian world. Ciao, sono Arianna, ho 19 anni e vengo da Roma. Sono qui a Londra da 3 settimane e sono venuta a vedere la London Fashion Week e posso dire che mi è piaciuta molto. Mi ha sempre appassionato il mondo della moda e tutti questi vestiti, le acconciature, le scarpe e oggi sono qui per fare un photoshoot di Danish è un stile egiziano. E ieri ho fatto un photoshoot con abiti da sposa e diciamo che tutte queste esperienze mi potranno aiutare nel futuro per scegliere diciamo che lavoro fare e intraprendere.
So I'm here with Danish Wakeel, a British-Pakistani fashion designer and high fashion model. Last week was his London Fashion Week show. It was held in Chelsea and I was one of the hairstylists there. It was an absolutely incredible show and I'm here with him today to talk about his collection and how you thought the actual show went.
Thank you, Hannah. Well, you were a part of the show very much and you witnessed it. It was a great success, a huge triumph, and what was amazing about this show was that I get press from all over the world, which be it TV channels or magazines or the newspapers or the bloggers. It was a huge turnout, a jam-packed audience, and I'm extremely humbled to see the response. We worked very hard for the show and the collection. It was inspired by Egypt and the Cleopatra and Nefertiti Queen, the grandiose and the opulence of the Egyptian culture. Because it's a city and a country, Cairo, a lot of heritage. So that was an initial sort of inspiration behind that collection.
Yeah, because I was backstage and you and the stylist, just like, it was an incredible atmosphere. The clothes were looked amazing. You fitting all the models. Like, was it such a buzz behind backstage?
There was a lot of buzz, but it was. I must confess to the fact that it was an irksome and a nerve-wracking experience, like all shows. This one more because we had such a huge press coming out, so we need to make sure it was a well-presented collection. So I was pretty much looking after everything. But I like challenges. I deliberately like myself to throw myself into the zone which is not comfort for me, and then I sort of make my way and work it out really.
Okay, so tell us more about today's shoot, like what you're trying to gain from it, like what's your kind of imagery and what you're trying to portray from this shoot today?
Well, today's shoot is by an high fashion Italian magazine called Rendez-Vous De La Mode. The magazine actually attended my show and they really liked it. I mean, the journalist Fifi is covering a report on a London Fashion Week show. So she really liked my show and she invited me to be a part of this amazing project today where we have got Cass Lewis from Skunk Anansie. a huge name in the world of rock music, and they've covered shows all over the world. So for me, it's a huge honor to be associating with such a rock band. So yeah, the shoot is all about that. The shoot is for a magazine, and the photos are getting published in the magazine, hopefully very soon. So we're all very excited. A great team.
And you managed to get Adriana, an Italian model, involved as well. She was actually at your show last week, wasn't she, in London Fashion Week?
That's correct. You know, I like to. I've got a very strong eye for creativity, and I know how to select people. And I mean, she was a very gorgeous face, and she was something I came across at the after party of the show. And later on, I found out about her that she was actually covering the show as a press, though earlier in life she has been a model. But now she associated with the press. So I had a chat with her, and I really wanted to involve her with my shoot today. She's an absolutely gorgeous girl, very young, and the whole concept of introducing her today was, I'm getting these thoughts about, you know, the historic in the Titanic days, and you know how the young girls were introduced to the high fashion society and the glamour world, and how they were made to adapt a certain mannerisms, have that immaculate and impeccable demeanor, thrown into the world of glamour and glitz and high society, and how they were made to adopt all of that. As soon as I saw her, I was getting inspired.
Because you've portrayed this image of like high glamour through the makeup that obviously I've done. We've got the hairstylist who's done a very like glamorous hairstyle, and the clothes that you've chosen for this shoot all portrays this image that you're trying to get across. Yeah,
of course. Obviously, and that's the whole idea of involving her in the shoot, because as soon as I saw her, I really wanted to use her. It was a bit difficult to convince her because she was the press, but then finally she got on board. I'm extremely delighted to have this girl at the shoot. Very gorgeous, you know, like how young girls just reaching adolescence. And so we are hugely content with it so far, and hoping to get the best results in the magazine very soon, hopefully, inshallah.
Yeah, so I've put a special brown on my eyes because it brings out the whites, and then I go for bloodshot red lips because it seems to keep me alive.